Good afternoon from Caesars in Las Vegas. I'm Ryan Green. Welcome to Data Cloud Now. I'm joined by Ben Gottfredson, head of startup programs for Snowflake, along with the co-founders of Houseware. An exciting next chapter. Glad that you could join us all the way from India. To start with, though, Ben, can you give a quick overview of this year's Startup Challenge and maybe how it differed from last year's?
Yeah, okay, so the Startup Challenge, global competition. What we're looking for are startups from across the globe that are building awesome data apps on Snowflake. Last year was our first run of it, right? So we didn't know how it would go. It ended up being pretty fun, but it was fully virtual. So this year, we got to be in person. We got to bump up the cash prize, the investment amount, from $250,000 to $1 million. And it was truly a global initiative. We had over 40 countries represented, nearly 300 full applications. And we're really pumped. We're just coming off a live session of it, and I'm still shaking a little bit. So excited.
You know, I was fortunate enough to really kind of play the moderator or the host, if you will, in front of that live studio audience. To your point, we really went global. We had 3 great finalists talking through how they're making an impact and what their plan is for the future. What were your key takeaways from the live event that we just came off of to when we announced Houseware as the grand winner?
So we only had one grand winner, but those 3 that we had in the session were awesome. Our 3 finalists were so great. It was such a tough decision to go just with one, because they all felt like winners. But Houseware absolutely crushed it. I'm gonna let them speak to their product and the opportunity in front of them. But I just wanna say, I don't think I've ever come across a team that's worked harder towards a goal in my entire life. Like, the effort that they put in, the late hours, it blew me away. And so I'm really happy for them. Like, they should be celebrating right now, and I think they are, because it's 2 a.m. where they're at.
You know, the celebrations are just getting started. It's my honor to bring in all the way from Bangalore, India, the co-founders of Houseware. Gentlemen, congratulations. To start with, can you give a quick elevator pitch for the audience watching today?
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Ryan and Ben. So we are the co-founders of Houseware. Houseware is essentially building no-code data apps for everyone on top of Snowflake's data cloud. What that really means is users inside sales, product, and marketing can not just be consumers of BI dashboard on top of the data cloud. Now they can just go ahead and, as easy as today you create a Notion page or a Google Doc, you can go ahead and create data applications on top of it. This is like to predict customer churn, to predict like how you are essentially going and after selling product-led growth, case studies to your customers and things like those. So yeah, that's what we do.
That was a great elevator pitch. So we arrived at our floor, we just stepped off. Question I have for the Houseware team. We've been working together for a handful of months now. It's been an awesome journey. What are the key takeaways that you have since you first applied to today?
Yeah, so we were just looking back on the journey a little while back. Jan 11th is the day then we decided that, hey, we're going to be participating in this year's Startup Challenge. It's been like close to 6 months now since we took that decision, and we are glad that we did. One of the biggest changes that has happened since then is that we're always practitioners of Snowflake in the last half a decade almost since Snowflake really launched. And thinking of building on top of Snowflake has been like so crucial to our strategy. Getting access to people like Ben and to the rest of the team has been like super crucial for us, our team, to essentially build the product which is the best for our customers, for our users. We're super thrilled to be extending this partnership in the next few years and see like where we go together.
Nice. So you're coming off a ton of momentum from this week. Even just hearing the chatter when people were exiting the room after the finale, everyone was talking about Houseware, the product itself. How are you going to carry on this momentum and just keep growing as a business and reach new heights?
Yeah, so we are starting off with our initial target market of horizontal SaaS companies. We're targeting these organizations who already have adopted Snowflake as the data cloud, but now want to expand and bring on their product managers, growth engineers to start using the data cloud and do something like forecasting that is never possible before for somebody in RevOps. Now that's possible with Houseware's data applications, and it can be shared internally. These are the organizations that we want to go after, build good partnerships, and grow from there.
All right, I want you to think back to the moment you decided to apply to the Startup Challenge, to the company you're at today. How are you a better company in that journey?
Yeah, so one of the things which has changed is definitely the way we are positioning ourselves. I think when we are so early in our company's journey, it's almost like a battle for our users and our customers' mind that, hey, what is Houseware essentially? And through going through the entire startup challenge process, through the 3 rounds of applications and finally winning it, has helped us sort of shape a better story and a better narrative with our users and customers, which has been super helpful for us. Working with the team has been like really great, and getting feedback from people has been really great for our team to really think through, okay, like what is our messaging? What is the core value proposition that our product is essentially helping our users do?
Gentlemen, I've been fortunate enough during my career to spend a lot of times with founders, and I always want to reflect from your perspective for the young founders and the up-and-comers that are looking at this massive win and the impact that you're already having. Any advice you'd like to give to the audience watching?
Make it snow. That's the only advice that we have. I think it's still day 0 for Snowflake, and we are super excited, super pumped. I think you can hear it in my voice. We would really wish all the founders in the future start building applications on Snowflake. It's as easy as just creating any other application today. And with the Snowflake Summit, we have seen the great releases come through. So we have a bright future ahead for the data cloud and for the data industry in general. And we'd love to see like more applications powered by Snowflake, the Unistore, sort of people coming and building things on top of it and nourishing the ecosystem together.
Let it snow indeed. Congratulations, gentlemen. Continue the celebrations. We're honored to welcome you to the Snowflake ecosystem. Ben, congratulations on all the hard work to pull this off. An absolute slam dunk. And to next year, for the audience watching, start building. You could be next. For Data Cloud Now, I'm Ryan Green. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor. We'll see you soon.